Hey guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another weekend edition of Cube World. Back again with the dude and riding on Wally. Wally's head has made a reappearance again. If you guys are wondering why the dude is at level 85 and not where it was where we left off, that is because this is a previous save before I installed the Stickman mods on the other variation and I can't recover it type of thing. So we're kind of stuck with the dude being low level unless we wanted the dude to have a hole for a head. So I kind of said that this was it. And plus that that file is still corrupt as all hell. So I've kind of given up on it. So we're going to be doing everything from this save file anyway. So all the progress we made on that save file is dead. Which is not the end of the world. It's not like anybody was really caring about the Stickman, it seemed. The lowest views I've had on any of my series since I started this, really. Since I started getting more and more views for Cube World, Stickman was not as well received as I was hoping, which is fine. Not everybody has to be well received. It's all good. I still got my Jedi, you know, my gold Jedi thing with all the bling on it. It was a lightsaber. There's the thing. There is a boss battle ahead of us. We're going to go take care of that. We're going to chat, have a talk. Like I mentioned last week, we're going to be doing a weekly Cube World, which is, I'm sticking to my guns. It was close. There were some days that I wanted to just jump in and do some Cube Worlds. So I wanted to ramble, but I'm like, no, let's keep this down to the dull war and talk about our week and see what's been going on. So this week, it's been interesting, to say the least. We are closing in on 3,000 subscribers as we record this. We were just about 40 shy, it looks like, of 3,000 on the channel, which is phenomenal. Like, absolutely beyond any expectations of holy crap, we're making headway, which is cool. Stupid spitters. I'm just going to wreck this, and we're going to be going. Nope, that didn't work out. Yeah, so it's been, again, a lot of the live streams. And again, I haven't had many people complaining about me just doing live streams, so I'm hoping that's not an issue for anybody. But it's something I got to do. It's where I'm more comfortable doing things, to be honest. Can I... Thank you. Right now, it's where my comfort zone is. We've had some issues with the live streams. The other day, I was live streaming Lawbreakers. The stream itself broke. I thought something happened with the software because I had Windows Update and the Elgato software update. And then it turns out that there was a Windows Update. So what happened was the stream went down for one update, and then it was just giving me all kinds of lag and all kinds of issues. And then I went to go back into it. I found out that it restarted again. So I ended up, I stopped the stream, ended up recording with my son as it did its whole Windows Update. It took 3 hours or so to do whatever it was doing. I have no idea. I already had the creators update installed, so I have no idea what it was installing. I have no idea what Windows has in store for me on there. That laptop is functional-ish. I did a live stream out of it today, and it was okay, but everything in it, like it goes to like 100% usage on everything in there all the time now. So I'm just like, I'm really nervous that, you know, going in the middle of a live stream, because these streams can get 2-3 hours long, and if I'm taxing the system that much, like what am I doing to it? Can I ride my Wally? Let's see. Was that? Yeah, that was a lake. That was what that stupid thing was. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going east. We can continue chatting and talking. Oh, Wally he jumped and cleared that. Yay, Wally. No update really on the Cube World front. I haven't heard anything. I would keep my eyes peeled on Twitter. Nothing. I haven't seen or heard boo. I think that a lot of the interest in Cube World is kind of waning right now. On my channel, anyway. I don't know if it's because of the fact that I'm not doing it daily. But I'm not getting as many views on the older ones either. So, I don't know quite if people are just kind of at that point where they haven't heard from Wally, so they're not going to care about what Wally will say. Did we do this? You know what? Just wreck this room. Yeah, I got you. I want to wreck this room. I'm still on a quest for the Cyclops, so let's just burn through as much of this as we can on a quest for the Cyclops. If we find the Cyclops, groovy. If we don't, well, next week. So yeah, implemented a few things on live streams. Mark was so kind to help out. We included Nightbot I get a lot of the same questions over and over and over again. It's just kind of the nature of the beast when you do this kind of thing. Like people asking me what my gamer tag is on Xbox or what system I'm playing it on. It's just like a multitude of things. So what Mark has helped me with is to configure Nightbot so we can just do a host of commands and then they can just get thrown down and it should be fairly easy. Unfortunately, the side effect is that when you try to set up Nightbot on YouTube, it has to be done while streaming, which is a stupid mechanic. I don't know if that's a part of YouTube, but I'm assuming it is. So it's just a real distraction right now trying to get that organized. So I may have to talk with Mark about just doing everything just on Twitch, because honestly, it's more hassle than it's worth right now to do anything else. Ooh, I forgot about the dragon snake. Yeah, so and I'm not too sure exactly how well Nightbot works. What I want to do with it is just set it up so it's on like a bit of a timer, and it'll, you know, put up stuff about my social media and things every now and again, and then it'll just kind of work in the background. If something is needed, we can do a command real quick and it can go up. We're still working hard on trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're getting close. I think he's at 369. I think I saw that earlier. So he's around 370-ish. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. His channel's growing. Like I said before, my entire goal is to help try to get him to 500. And I don't think, obviously, I don't think it's me. You know, I know a lot of people are going to his channel on their own, and they're loving his content, and then they're bringing, you know, they're sticking around because of who he is and what he does. So, which I think is great. I want to see Kit do better and better and do more and more. I know that a lot of my friends and I are running into the summer issues, whereas, like, for me right now, the amount of work I'm working is taking away from what I want to do on the channel. And that's just the nature for me is, you know, I need money in order to survive. I can't supplement my income yet entirely from YouTube. So I just have to kind of make do with working a regular job. And until that point happens where I can actually just say, well, I don't have to work anymore, this is my full-time job, then this is what has to happen. Like, you know, the channel will suffer somewhat. I've had videos up every day or stream every day, so it hasn't been that, you know, I've let it go entirely. But there's times that it's rough. It's tough to get as much content out as I used to, because before I did all the live streaming, I could just take that time, you know, take 3 or 4 hours and do a recording session, maybe with my friends or maybe by myself, and then have a backlog of videos that we could do. And that was something we did with the drunk gaming, which we haven't done. And you guys may or may not noticed that drunk gaming is no longer a thing on the channel, and that's because of the fact that we all kind of took a collective look at it, and we had fun doing it. Like, we love hanging out together and gaming, but the drunk aspect of it was a novelty that has wore off for all of us. So, you know, we're like, at the first time, like, we're coming, like, you know, doing this drunk was kind of funny. Again, with YouTube doing the whole, you know, family friendly thing, and, you know, I love this gets me, is that they want everything to be family friendly. You know, they're not monetizing people's videos if they have, you know, X, Y, and Z in it, and this kind of thing. And so I had a bunch of my videos that were no longer monetized because they had drunk in it, or they had the game Homefront in it. I mean, it was just stupidity. But again, I'm still seeing issues with monetization. Like, I'm not getting monetization in a lot of my videos. And they're monetized. They're just not doing anything. I can have, I've got one, it's got almost 2,000 views on it, and I make nothing off of it. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just, again, I think it's the type of game that it is, and YouTube just says, nope, we're not going to monetize this kind of content. So I find it funny that video games like that, they won't monetize, but oh my god, you throw fricking YouTube drama at them and they monetize the hell out of it because, oh, that's where the views are. Just find it so silly right now. The world is in turmoil. It's all upside down. What used to be right is now wrong. What's wrong is right, and I can't make heads or tails of it. All I know is that this is the content I'm putting out. This is the content I will continue to put out. This is the kind of person I am. I refuse to get involved in all of that crap and garbage. If that's what it takes for me to become a famous YouTuber, then I will never be a famous YouTuber, because I have, how do I put this without sounding like an ass? I have a moral ground that I stand on that I refuse to be, you know. And I'm not saying that these people don't have morals. That's far from it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying is that my personal morals will not allow for me to go ahead and to tear people apart. Like, that's just not who I am. You know, you guys will know if you see me do anything here. It's like, I'm more about building up my friends and that kind of thing instead of tearing people down. I guess that's the wrong attitude to get famous on YouTube, but I sure as hell don't want to be that person. And I'm not pointing at one person or thing or trend or anything. I'm just talking about what I've seen in general. And this is my recommended feed. And you can tell I don't deal with that stuff. I don't care for it when it happened. The last time I was like, this is garbage. And I swear to God that it feels like YouTube just wants this stuff to become out because they want to be relevant again. And, you know, that's where everything is that. Like, everything. Like, you turn on the TV, it's just drama, 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 drama. This thing. I'm like, oh, I've had enough of this stuff. Maybe I'm old. Maybe that's it. I mean, maybe I'm old. You know, I'm finally hit that part where, you know, those crazy teenagers in the music makes no sense to me anymore. That I think everybody's an idiot. I'm becoming that guy. I think that's exactly where I'm at. And I never thought I'd be this guy. But I swear, I still think that a lot of what's happening is just stupidity and senseless. You know, I was raised by people like that science and art was like, for me, that was like where I thought like I wanted to be. I wanted to be a scientist, I wanted to be an artist, you know, and the kind of things that I had. Mr. Wizard was a guy, like, and, you know, Mr. Rogers, that were like my heroes when I was a kid. Captain Kangaroo, I had all these guys. They were all like, they had moral fiber to them, and like the things that they said and did were amazing. You've still got guys, you know, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, I may have screwed up his name, and Bill Nye. Those guys, like, if I was a kid, all over their stuff. I'd love it, but apparently there's a whole generation that just wants to pay attention, or maybe a gaggle of generations that just want to pay attention to garbage. And it's been going on for years. I'm not singling out a single like group, saying it's all millennials or anything. My generation is just as stupid at this as anybody else, so I don't think I'm singling anybody out. I'm saying society in general seems to have lost their freaking mind. You know, I remember when reality TV came out, and I thought, oh, this is kind of neat, because this is going to be a nice change from all the crap that we get on TV. And then I realized that now they're selling me the same crap on TV, except they're saying it's real. And I know it's just the same crap that we had before, that they're now paying some actor to be a real person instead. I'm thinking, this is just, or they're not, they're real people getting into the things, and they're like, okay, we're going to make this situation happen now. And I'm like, oh, it's how it feels. It doesn't feel like real life, because I have a real life. None of that feels real to me. And if that's how real life is, I am so happy that I have my fake life, because I will take my fake reality over theirs. Holy crap. Dear God, why did I get on this tangent? I have no idea. This is not where I wanted to go with this video. We're still looking for anything to fight in this freaking place. I haven't seen Diddley since we crossed over. I haven't seen defeat this dude or anything. We're still yeah, there's nothing we're going to do over there. We're just going to keep going. Oh, God. Oh, where are you, my dude? Wally! Get up here. Get over here. Thank you. Yeah. So this coming week, my schedule should be kind of somewhat normal. I'm working double today, as you guys know. Sunday, I've done that ever since I started my channel. I've had the double on Sunday, so there's nothing new about that one. I'm working Wednesdays now, working a day shift for that, and then I may have either Monday morning or Friday evening. I don't know which yet, so I will let you guys know in advance. Also, if you guys aren't following me over on Twitter, I don't post a whole lot of stuff over there, but if you're ever wondering like what happens to my videos, if something happens, like why didn't Rivet post a video? Usually I explain it over there, like on Saturday. I got called into, or yesterday for you guys, I got called into work, literally got done a live stream playing some Doom, and my phone was ringing, and I went and answered it, and I got called into work, which I ended up doing today, or yesterday for you guys. So I literally just got home, settled down, making this video, contemplating if I'm going to do a late live stream or not. I may just render this and go to bed. I'm not sure yet. It's going to be one of those just wait and see kind of scenarios. Oh, you guys are good. I was kind of hopeful they were good, but kind of hopeful they wouldn't be. Now this gaggle, they got bad looking written all over them, even from a distance. Nope, they're good. What is with it? There's a bunch of other friendly guys back there you might want to go hang out with, guys. I tell you, camels. I'll leave the camels alone today. I don't feel like wrecking camels. How far do we have? Wow. And I don't see any pyramids. I don't get this sometimes. You can be following a line here, and then you're fine, and then you get into the next biome, nothing. Not a dang thing. All you look at is your very thirsty Wally's head traipsing across the desert, wondering where his next meal's coming from, and you have no clue. You may be dragging your Wally head by his ear because of the fact that you ran out of beef jerky for him, or whatever it is that Wally's head lives off of. Now that's interesting looking. If I was in Minecraft, I would say that didn't render in properly yet, but I know I'm in Cube World. And that's a thing. Gotta go check out. Anytime I see weird anomalous things like this, I have to check it out. Oh, we got tacos. Those are nice. I like the XP from tacos. I don't have it. I don't know if I have tacos for him or not. Probably, but I'm not going to do it. That's really weird looking. Kind of looks like a shell of something just kind of sitting there being propped up by a rock. Yep, just full of bats. Bats in their belfries. Oh well. So new games or anything? Did a new game with my son the other day on Friday. Called Lawbreakers. And man, I have to say, I haven't felt this good about a game in a long time. And it's kind of it's an anomaly for me because played the game. If you've paid attention to anybody, anytime people ask me what's my favorite game of all time type of thing, I usually say Unreal Tournament. It's one of those games that just hit me really hard when it came out. I loved it, adored it, still do. I will pop into it every now and again. Do I get water for him or not? Now we're almost out of here. Oh, we're back to normal. Yeah, Unreal Tournament was a game that I played like when it first came out. I played the demo, played it. I bought it as soon as it came out and just ended up playing it for a year. And this is back before we had like any like real thing for like esports or anything like that, or really the LAN was not much things. We played on a 56K connection, and that was great. Like it worked with that, and I enjoyed the way that the game played back then. And a lot of times, like I took a break from gaming. To be honest, I played on the Xbox for a while, and I did not like the feeling of how like multiplayer was going in direction. And I know a lot of people enjoy it, so I'm not trying to belittle it, but it just felt foreign to me. It's not the same kind of gameplay that we had when I first was playing Quake 2 and playing Unreal Tournament. It didn't feel like a step in the right direction. It felt like a step that was just foreign to me. I didn't feel like I'd forgotten something. Like I felt like the entire way that the first-person shooters were being played was just really odd to me. Like, and I'm like, did I just get too old and I don't know how to play shooters anymore? And I'd go back to Unreal Tournament and play against the bots and stuff because, heaven forbid, I should try to find actual people playing it. And like it felt the same. Like I was doing my Twitch shooting and doing rocket jumps and stuff. I'm like, okay, this kind of makes sense. So then, Lawbreakers comes out. My son and I talked about it. He picked up the game. He sold some stuff off that he won some stuff on PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, sold it, made some money, and he bought the game. And he says, "Dad, you got to go get Lawbreakers." So my son says to get a game. I'm like, okay. Like I'm not questioning it. It's not. There is no question. He says this is a good game. I'm gonna go take a look at it for sure. And so I grabbed Lawbreakers and we played it last night. Now, Lawbreakers, one of the guys that's a developer is Cliffy B. He is one of the developers that was behind Unreal Tournament. So, Cliff Basinski, we just called him Cliffy B. That was all we ever called him. And he came out of retirement to get to work on Lawbreakers. So, I was really psyched to take a look at the game. So, when I loaded it up last night to go on stream, didn't really look into it much at all. Just said, okay, I trust Cliffy. Here we go. Let's go play. And Cliffy and my son at the same time. And I did it, played it, and all of a sudden, here I had as a brand new shooter that felt right. For the first time in a couple of years, I was playing a shooter that had a lot of the new mechanics and things, but it felt right. There was a flow to it. Each character was different. Everything felt new, fresh, and hard. And that's what I remember about Unreal Tournament was that, everything, there was a learning curve to get good at that game that I never really excelled at, but I had some friends that did. But man, this is going to be a game that I'm going to be playing for some time. But that as well, I played it last evening, and there was a lot of people playing it, and then I got done doing a whole bunch of work that I was doing, and went back at it like around 3 in the morning just to go for an hour. and there was hardly anybody playing it. Like usually when I got into a room with people, it was like jam-packed. And there was like 3 of us at one point. But it filled up, but it kind of made me nervous. Like, oh my god, how come this game is not like just jam-packed full all the time? So I'm putting it out there for you guys. If you guys like first-person shooters and all that kind of thing, like Overwatch. And that's where it's getting its comparisons. People say it's an Overwatch clone. And I talked to my son about this, and you guys will see that. There is a video coming up today of just my son and I recorded it after we had our technical difficulties with my stream. And we ran into the words again, having a hard time with them. We had some technical difficulties ourselves with our Discord trying to be able to communicate. So there is a bit of a gap in the recording where there's no words being said by my boy. And I'm a little quiet because I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And, oh god, I thought I was dead. Oh, we did die. It was not a myth. It was not fallacy. Okay, we're going to go and wreck that. I don't care. I don't care. We're going to do something, dang it. Well, that's not what I wanted to do either. Okay, turn on that light. My fingers are getting fat. Not used to the keyboard for Cube World. This is what happens. Can we ride on our... Can I ride on my... Okay, good. I got my Wally head ridden on. Yeah, so anyway, we had some technical... The word again. Technicals. I'm having technical issues with the word technical. So yeah, we ran into some issues. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap in the audio. I thought to just maintain it when I did the render. I'm like, I could edit it down, but that takes away from the gameplay. Like, no, I just want people to see what the gameplay is like, so I just left it there. So if you're watching it and you're wondering why the heck I'm getting quiet for a while, you'll figure it out. It clears up after a bit. But I had a blast. And slowly throughout the course of a couple of hours of playing it, I got better at it. Every character class plays differently, but at the end we talked, and we're talking about, you know, the correlation between it and Overwatch. And like he plays Overwatch quite a bit. I played it just when it was free to play, and I liked it. I liked Overwatch, but it didn't move me enough to want to pick it up. Lawbreakers, if they had a free weekend, I'd be like, oh, this is a game I need to pick up. So that's kind of how it is. But yeah, he even says that there's some similarities. He likes Overwatch for some things better, but for a lot of it, he likes Lawbreakers better. And he's got some friends that are interested in getting it too, so let's hope. I read an article on PC Gamer, I think it was, with Cliffy B, and they were talking about how the fact that it wasn't like a monumental hit right out the gate. And he addressed a few things, you know, saying that, you know, maybe that, you know, his generation of gamers, which is me, you know, or maybe they're not gaming anymore, and I think that that's potentially right. I feel like I'm a bit of an anomaly when it comes to, you know, old-timer gamers. There's definitely a bunch of us out there, but there's definitely a bunch that have given up on their computers and gaming, and, you know, they got real lives and things that they worry about. So, you know, I get that. And then to try to sell this old-school kind of game to a new generation, it's going to be a little bit difficult as well. So he was stating that, you know, it's not necessarily that it's about, you know, that flash in the pan, so you've got, you know, great expectations for it. Everyone's ranting and raving about how amazing it is, but there's a slow build on it. And that's what I kind of like, and I think that's what this game is going to have, is that slow building process from where it is to being an exceptional game. I like the price point, $30 right now. They have said that they're not making any changes to the pricing. There's no, like, paid DLC or anything. You can buy, like, the boxes, like the crates that are inside. There's microtransactions if you want to do those, but they're just cosmetic things, but you unlock them as you go through the game anyway. So if you just want to have everything now type of thing, you can throw money at it, but if you don't care, you just want to play the game and have fun with it and don't care how you look, then you can fully do that, which I support that. You know, if you know, give people the options. You know, if you want to grind it and do it, you can have it there. You want to pay for it right away, you can pay for it. You know, that's not, and again, none of it makes any difference in the gameplay. It's just a skin. So, I mean, I've got no issues. If people want to go spend money on a skin, have at it. Go have fun with it. Don't, you know, don't bug me about it. And I haven't seen anything, like, for sale on it. Like, I don't see, like, the CSGO skins or anything like that with this thing either. So maybe that might be not a thing. So I'm hopeful. But maybe, like, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, man, if I can make $30 off of selling a bunch of crates that I get, I'll happily do it. And it's going to be another freaking... I was trying to find Cyclops, that's why I was seeing these last two. And I'm looking, and I think that this is going to be another one of those. Nope. It's another rock. I don't want to be between a rock and a hard place, so I'm going to end things here. I think we're good. It's been a long episode anyway, me rambling, ranting, and raving again like I do. But I do want to thank everybody that's continued to stuck with me throughout everything here. You know, there is still going to be Cube World. Not running away from it, just doing it on a weekly basis now instead. But anyway, thanks again, everybody, and I will see you next week on our next episode of Cube World. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.